welcome back to Wicked Initiative, everybody. I'm your DM Dan Perez. With me, I got my wicked awesome adventurers. Say hello, everybody.
Hello.
Last week, you guys had made your way to Ridderscale, a small suburb outside of the Mecca. On your journey there, you're getting very close to the Mecca. After recently lost a loved party member, you guys journeyed into Ridderscale, Zarzros' hometown, and eventually met Kavrina Drahazar, his mother, who essentially is a sushi chef at the Scaled Stopper, which is the tavern and sushi bar in this main strip of Ridderscale. It's basically a bunch of small farmlands that focus on mountain yams and the basilisk trout. As you guys arrive, Zarzros, you take care of some business with the Firecresters, asking for their help and services to do the ritual of Kasso, which is the cresting from old life to new life. And as you are there, interacting with those people, it was Vorin and Clary, the two dragonborn that were the Firecresters. The rest of the party journeyed into the Scaled Stopper for a quick bite to eat, some drinks, maybe lounge around for a bit, or so they thought. As last session, Zarzros, you were brutally attacked by a large 7-foot lizard monster thing standing on 2 legs, a light lavender purplish color, with fierce fangs and crazy abilities. Let's be honest, they used Dimension Door during the fight, and invisibility cast over and over and over again. These are much more dangerous draconians than you have met in the past. Meanwhile, you're getting attacked. The rest of the group, Gax and Aragar, you guys were basically kicking the teeth in on one of these kobolds named Robin.
She deserved it. We were making Zarzros proud.
As a satchel of, you presume to be poisoned snuff, or assumed to be poisoned snuff, basically is given. It goes missing. You try to investigate, kick his teeth in, try and get any information that you can. And at that time, that's where you sort of start to have a bad feeling about these kinds of things, and you let your other party members know. They go outside and they see basically a cloaked figure, purplish lavender legs, like ankles, that's about all you could see, start to dump things. You see Pascal running around in a manic fright, and you have to quickly choose who to engage with, as Ares was the only one to sort of spot what was going on at the moment. You guys chose to deal with the melons on your cart. From Nixel, who casted Purify Food and Drink, worked beautifully, and as that's all happening, the sending spell was sent to Zarzros, who then responded in panic.
Are you quite all right?
I need some help. As you guys sprinted to go to his aid, another one of the Draconians shows up, calls Tyrus by name, which was the original one that was attacking you. As they see that the gig is up, they didn't get the information they wanted, and so they skedaddled on out of there before you guys could react in any particular fashion by taking them down. You guys then headed back to the Scaled Stopper, where you met the immortal Mavara Bronx, a bronze dragon-born immortal who had been friends with Zarzros growing up and has been stationed in Ridderscale as just sort of their protector, in a way. You guys worked out a bunch of different plot points and information concerning The Immortals, Kronze Tech, talked about Ryoko as well. All of these things eventually leading to her making a phone call using the Laversite on her chest to basically call up Asgarath, who is now you guys know the Great Moolah, the original dragon, an avatar of a god potentially, who has just been ruling over Agros for centuries, millennia. You don't know quite how long at this point, but she is convinced that you guys need to meet, and she strikes up that in hopes of, and basically heads out on her. You guys had met this red pseudo-dragon named Zesty, who transformed into Zestophilus, a red dragon, outside and flew off. You guys are now left in this space, still chilling in the bar, the Scaled Stopper, and I will leave the floor to you guys to decide on what you guys want to do. However, you do know that in an hour or two, the Ritual of Kaso will be happening.
How much? I don't know if we did this last time because I forget and I did not write it down. How much money was in that coin purse? That
245, I believe, is what I said.
245. Okay, I believe I added that in.
Right.
Yeah. Which one you got?
Money?
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys are in this tavern. You can stay, have some more to drink or whatnot, or you could head back to Zarzros' home and perhaps get some rest or just take a chill pill for a minute as you guys center your thoughts about the ritual that is being performed later this evening.
I do have that haul from the safe house in the cave in Torcullen when we were like the hoard of crystals that I have that's like worth like an insane amount of GP. I figured this place would be too small to really know what to do with that, but is there someone I could sell it to?
If you want the money up front, there is potentially someone that you could sell it to, or if you wanted to deal with a more well-versed jeweler, you would just wait till you get to the Mecca.
I might wait then, just because it's a decent amount. We could probably divvy up a portion to see if it can be repurposed for something.
Yeah,
more
these are farmers, not. I mean, you're gonna get.
We're not gonna get the
best,
breadth of services that you might in the Mecca. So that's what I figured. So I'll hold on to that because Argar is more about practicality than just coin.
Okay.
If we're done talking to this immortal, Cedric's going right back to wolfing down sushi bits.
Honestly, I think at this point Argar would join you.
Hell yeah.
He'd be like,
Cedric is using utensils, but he's stuffing stuff in his mouth eating.
every now and then I'm probably going to be picking pieces of
the cut
food
ones.
that you miss as you go for the cuts. And I'd be like,
I like 4 pieces in the fork and the one left behind.
you keep letting me do it. Like, it's not that hard. And then every now and then I'll mage hand one to throw him off. Just had it pop in my mouth.
So, where is it you guys want to go? Do you want to go back to Zarzros' home, or would you rather stay in the inn or in the tavern?
Unless the party leaves, I'm staying.
What?
Unless the party as a whole leaves, I'm staying. Like, if we're splitting up,
I thought you said if the party leaves, I'm staying.
Oh.
Like, get out of here, I'm staying.
No, unless the entire party leaves, Cedric is staying.
I think Zarzaros would probably head back over to his mother and say, let's go home. It's been a day.
Are you alright?
I'll be just fine. Dealt with worse.
Sounds good. Let's go home. And she starts to, she goes into a corner, starts to yell in the back, making sure that they're keeping things going, making sure that everyone is doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Bring a burn bond with you.
I got you. Hey! Give me a... Stop that! And she turns back around 180 and heads out the door with you in tow. Do you guys follow Zarzaros or no?
No. At least I don't.
No, what time is it?
I was going to say,
It is
want us to join me?
entering nighttime.
He didn't ask anybody to join him.
Because I think Argar wouldn't. He's probably more focused on the food now that things have kind of calmed down.
I will say your friends have no idea where your home is.
That is the other thing.
But we know when the thing's supposed to be.
Actually,
Where you don't, and you don't know where the place is either.
Oh.
Well,
I-
we just
I
went there.
actually-
Did we start running there?
That is not
at the-
the
That's just where the
place.
people were.
That's
Who
not
knows
where it's
that?
going to
No,
be
the
held.
firecrackers down with
Actually,
the ceremony. Yeah.
I'm a bad role player. I had promised Ares last session. I just remembered that I would watch Czar. So if Czar walks out the door, no matter who's staying, who's going, if Czar walks out, Cedric will walk out the door.
You bad role
So you
player.
do one of these to-go orders, and he's like, "You want a bag?"
Oh, he offers?
Yeah, Baxter's.
Cedric is aghast at the offer. Like, yes, I would love to take it to go. Thank you, friend.
There you go.
I'm like pushing them into the bag, and then I'll look at Argar and be like, "Want to grab some before I take them all?"
I just grabbed as much as possible.
You're left with like.
I look in the bag. There's
nothing.
like just a few left. Like, could I get the nether order to go?
I mean, I can do it real fast if you want.
I look at
It's-
Czar.
it's-
Has Czar walked out the door?
It'll cost you another 3 gold.
I give him 3 gold, no
Okay,
problem.
3 gold it is. And he passes over a couple of like the dark soy sauces as well.
Oh hell yeah, uncut though. I'll cut them on the way.
As he's passing over that to-go order, looking at the bartender, I would also like one to go and a bottle of bourbon as well.
All right, big guy. He
Big
hits
guy.
nice 5 gold, 3 and then 2 for the burn bomb.
Cedric hears big guy, immediately looks at his guy, like, he's not fat. Like under his voice.
Big boy.
He's not fat.
There you go, big boy.
I'm tall, I'm like 6'3".
Hands you it to you in a nice brown paper bag.
Yeah. In a nice brown bag.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
brown bag in it.
I love the doggy.
When I received the brown bag, I whip out a pencil that I've been or charcoal that I've been sketching with, and I write water vertically on it. And then I also head out of the tavern, and I'm gonna start making my way to the Firecrester's house.
Okay. It's good to know. So you're heading out. You're heading out with him. You're going where? Are you following him to the Firecresters, or are you going with
I don't-
these two?
I don't think I would make a grand. If anybody wants to come with me, they can. I think I would, and I wouldn't slip out either. I think you would just witness me literally like chicken leg a fish and a bottle of beer, and then just kind of make my way out.
Chicken like a fish.
Yeah,
I want to.
yeah, like you have like a
For the tail.
drumstick and a beer. Yeah.
And then also while he's thinking,
Yeah.
Nixel and
Everybody's
Ares, where are you
tail.
guys headed?
It's not that late. I'm probably going to have a few drinks, eat some food, and give some food to Pascal.
Cool.
Not worried about Czar anymore at all.
Are you grabbing sushi or are you
Well,
grabbing
he's
something
with
else?
his mama, and you walked out after him. Either way.
You want sushi or is there something else your heart desires?
No. I'll have some sushi. That's fine. Doesn't really matter to me. I'm not
Something
crazy
else
like
your
this
heart
kid.
desires. Or Silverfang.
A Silverfang will stay with you.
I'm done. I'm pissed off over how everything went, and he's taking care of it. So I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna drink away and eat some sushi. That's all.
I think Silverfang would very gingerly, noticing that you're a bit upset that your friend, I think he would gingerly have a seat across from you.
Gingerly, yeah. Well, I make sure I give a little doggy bag for Pascal and then go back in. Just start
Pascal,
drinking.
hearing the loud music, you see him sort of come up to the edge
He's
of
ready.
the door, and he's like,
He's shimmying. I see
And
him
he
at the,
patters
I
over
see
to
him
you,
at the door, and I
hops on
literally
the table.
give him a whole little big sushi roll. And be like, "Shh." Outside, so
Takes
don't get in
it.
trouble. So health inspector for
and
Sar's
he
mom.
runs his fat haunches out the door. Silverfang says, You like that creature, huh?
Yes. Obviously.
What's his name?
We didn't name him, right? If he was already named
No,
that.
he's already named that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He knows his name. Have you not been listening? In character, have you not been listening?
I tend to space a lot.
Pascal.
I like that name. It's a good name.
We didn't name him. But it fits. And I chug a drink down.
Oh, so if you didn't name him, who did? Where's he from?
Oh, those people. What are they called, guys?
The
Chameleon.
chameleon folk
I don't
Chameleon
remember
folk.
anything about this. What?
Chameleon folk.
from the Melon Glade.
Melon Glade. There you go. Some family in the Melon Glade with the hatchet. He's still with us, right?
Mhm.
That weird
Hatchet,
freak.
yeah, Hatchet.
That
The,
weird freaky bird.
Hatchet-
Yeah, Hatchet and Pascal came from the Melon Glade.
yeah, he's an axe beak, and he's just attached to the wagon still. Yeah.
Can't stand him.
He says, "You seem to be a little bit upset about the events that just transpired. Are you all right?"
Take my cup up to cheers it up. I'm not even gonna say much. Just drinking away my frustration that we did not get any hits in.
He clinks it and he says, "How long have you been traveling with Zarzaros?"
How long have we been? What did we say the time frame was?
You guys have been
I'm
a couple
horrible
of
with my notes,
months.
guys.
A couple of months, yeah.
6 months or something. We said 5 or
Yeah.
so. 6 months.
So
Yeah.
add another one, so 7 or 8 months.
7 months.
Oh, you've only known him for a short time then.
Yeah. A little bit longer than everyone else, but yeah. We met during a time that was a little trying, I think, for both of us, and helped each other out mutually and stuck together for those benefits.
Trying, you say? Like, what does that mean?
Daddy issues, half sister issues, lost egg issues.
Lost egg.
I'm gonna give the just right now. You guys take way better notes of all this. I kind of vaguely remember
You say
everything,
daddy
but I
issues,
don't.
and somehow Cedric just looks back like,
I will say,
Daddy issue
Argar is eating, but he's like in the vicinity, so like he is there. He's just
Yeah.
not really part of the conversation. He's just wolfing down food.
He's always listening.
You see, he pauses in the conversation. Give me an insight check.
I've been drinking.
I'm
I'm
drinking.
drinking.
That's what it is. I'm drinking. So insight
Wow.
is I'll get +9. 12.
Um,
But still.
on a 12
Yeah.
insight,
+9 on insight, but I rolled a 3.
Jeez.
he seems a bit, he's a bit spacey, but it's not just that he's spacey. He's like, he doesn't know how to put all these different events that are happening together, and he doesn't seem like he's having a hard time sort of not trusting but fitting in. He's not sure if he should or not, as if is he neglecting his actual role of like watching over Avanya to be with y'all's group, and he pauses in the conversation, and as he takes another swig, he says, "You'll have to forgive me. I'm still new to trying to get along with so many people all at once. I've been running for most of my life, so I've spent a lot of it alone. But I did want to ask you, how do you feel about your father as we draw nearer to the Mecca and he will more than likely be there?
Will he be there? That's how I feel. I've already told you this. He's not showed his face around. I know there's a bunch of other things going on and things he's kept me in the dark about. When clearly that didn't do much good. Here I am in the middle of it.
Do you hate him? Do you have a complicated relation with him?
Are you my therapist?
Yeah, I was gonna say, tell me about your dad.
Oh, Scott.
This is the only thing that we have in common, is your father.
What? Daddy?
No. That's everybody else in the group.
Welcome to the club.
Literally everyone but Sar. Actually, no, not you.
No, I have a great dad.
I think
Anything, Argo resonates with him.
Aries doesn't really know how to respond because she hasn't really been thinking about this. We've been so busy doing all these things, just one after the other, and it's all been like, check the sister, check this, check that. I haven't really, like, sure, I'm still kind of annoyed with him, but like, I don't know if I necessarily hate him anymore, but I feel like there's explaining that needs to be done. But I don't know if Aries would really say all that? I don't know. That's what she would be thinking, I think. There probably was a time I hated him, yes. But now I feel like he's got a lot of explaining to do.
I think that's a fair enough point to make. He's obviously been involved in a lot of hidden and secret places that never seem to have anything good come from them. The Whisper Wing in particular. But I will be here if you need me for dealing with him.
Appreciate it. Takes another swig. Just.
Where are you, Nixel?
With everything that happened in the conversation with, what was her name? The Immortal. Whatever the Immortal's name was.
Mavar?
I think Nixel's putting some things together about Lavrasite. And so, I think Nixel's walking around town a little bit, taking in the beauty, mulling over everything, and I think he's got his B-pin in one hand, the left hand, and the Lavrasite in the other, and I think what he's feeling is there's got to be some way, some reason these two things are connected, otherwise he wouldn't have them both at the same time. He's thinking about what Vethek said about his lifeblood, figuring out how to put the Lavrasite to use to, quote, find them all, and the breakthroughs he's just realized with the genetic coding that can be placed on Lavrasite, as he watched the Immortal use it to send a message to whoever Asgorath, whoever it was that she sent it to. And Vethek's final warning, we can find them all. I think he's feeling a little bit skeptical about her position. And I think he's looking for two things. He's looking for if there might be any way back to the Feydark in Ridiscale, so that he can send a message to some people. And he's interested in speaking with his parents, but he's not sure how to do that yet. Because he recognizes that they're obviously more powerful. They know probably more about not Lavrasite as a whole, but arcane magic. And he, I think, is willing to leverage that in order to get what he wants, which is the secrets out of the Lavrasite. So I think that's what's on his mind at the moment as he's walking around.
Okay. Did you want to make any investigation or survival checks, or no?
Yeah, I think an investigation check would probably be fun. What am I doing? I need one. It's going to be 25? No, that's not right. No, it is right. It's 25.
A 25?
Yes.
Spending some time walking around in this beautiful farm town, the trees, the cool air, the glacial frost that is just sort of hovering in the mist above the trees. Walking around in the space, trying to put these things together and feel about, like, thinking, how do I send these messages back to the, like, I need to talk to somebody in the Feydark. I need to tell them something. You find your way to a nearby tree, and you flutter your wings down, have a seat, and you pull the two things out, sort of weighing them a bit. And as one of your hand drops forward, you see in front of you a small mushroom that is just out of place. Doesn't match the rest of the things here. And as you get back up, it piques your interest, and you walk through several other further trees as you start to go further into a glade. You're leaving the main roads, you're leaving the chattering of people. You start to hear more things of bird song and things. And as you're taking all this in, you start to notice a couple of more of these out-of-place mushrooms. And you get to a clearing where it opens up into this almost ovalish-like green area. A little out of place. You see a large, like, not terribly large, they're smaller than you, but like basically like a small runt pig just like fly out of them as it goes by.
Okay.
And as that happens, this place, it doesn't have a portal, but you get the sense that there's more to Agoros as a whole. You've noticed these mushrooms back in Torcullen as well. And I'm going to say on a 25, I'll give you a D4 on finding any Fey portal that there is when you are nearby, and you will roll also with advantage looking for it. As you get to this open glade, sigh, and then what do you do from there?
I'm going to take out a gear. I'm going to take the chain with my 2 Cult of Devouring Flame masks on them. The one I created for myself, and the one I took from Nephrex. The trophies of sorts, I suppose. I'm going to attach the gear to it, and as I do that, I'm going to whisper to it, "Mercy is rebellion." put it on the chain. I'm going to leave it laying against a small to medium-sized mushroom. I'm going to grasp the bee pin and the lavricite and put them in my pocket, the same pocket, so that they're in the same pocket together. And I think I'm going to walk away.
Okay.
Knowing that somewhere in Agaros there will be a place where the Feydark will be accessible. But for now, I'm going to leave the message there for any of that one that might follow after.
Okay. As you do that, you can see sort of like the darkened sky start to loom over, the stars start to peek out across. And I think, obviously, this is taking place. You've spent a lot of time wandering out in these woods. Basically, what I'm saying is, after that, you would need to head towards wherever the Kaso ritual is going. Did you decide on where you were going?
I think honestly Argon's gonna spend most of the time just stuffing food down. Once he's finally had his fill, which for lizard folk that takes a while, he's going to. I think he's going to start. I think at that point he's going to head outside the scaled stopper and do his own wandering around the hamlet. Probably find a quiet section and put his back up against whatever surface he can find, whether it's a tree or a side of the building, and just kind of reflect on these last few days, honestly, and think about all the new developments, all the twists that's happened since they entered Torcullen, and this new development with Mavara, and think about what exactly he might say if they do get an audience with the Great Moolah, because that's a huge step up, and arguably I'd say Arg are probably. It's nice to know that people are looking to listen now, specifically like listen to him, even if it's with the group, still listen to him. And he's going to think about, does he need to change another part of himself in order to make sure that the message is received and that what we want to tell them is true and real.
Do you want to make any sort of checks?
I don't know of any check I would want to make other than the introspection. I suppose maybe either some kind of history or intelligence check, depending on how often these, like whether or not he's read up on how often these kinds of meetings with the Great Moolah happens.
Sure, give me a history or a, give me a history check.
Yeah. It's gonna be 17.
As you're sitting there against a tree, pondering, I mean, you're used to doing this. You spent a lot of time in the Veshlands doing this sort of thing, finding a random tree away from people and just sort of meditating and reading and thinking to yourself about stuff. And as you're sort of trying to put all of this information together, all of the bits and pieces that you guys have run into along your journey, the stuff that happened in Port Vischer, the people you've met, you start to think about some of the things and the interaction with Mavara Bronx and how all of a sudden you are now being granted or potentially granted an audience with the Great Mullah, how often does this happen? You know, he's not seen very often. He must not meet very many people. Like, who is this person? We don't know much about him other than that he's supposedly a fair ruler. And I think on a 17, Asgarath, while you know bits and pieces of what his past was, being the original dragon / primordial, there's been talks that, or random bits of literature that have said things about him that he is primordial, but he's also a dragon. All in all, it comes down to he's a creator god. And you know the information about this Zotha character, and you're trying to think about your friends in a way of, what do we say to this person, this being, this god, to make him listen to us? I mean, no one's ever listened to me, and this is speaking in the third person now, no one's ever listened to Argar before. The people in authority have always tossed you aside, like you're nothing. I think just being honest with those around you, your party members, the people you meet. It is said that Asgarath sees all. He may not know all, but he sees it. And so speaking your point of view is the best you can do in being honest about it.
Well, that's something Argar does well.
And I think that gives you a sense of relief and comfort. You were headed to the Firecrest house. That was just where Zarzros got attacked. What kind of checks would you like to make?
I'm not really trying to look for the attackers. In my own mind, I'm thinking that enough time has passed where their traces are probably already gone. What I'm doing is I'm looking to find where they brought Bosco. I'm looking to find where they're, I guess, preparing him for this rite.
Do you want to like search yourself, or would you rather just ask an NPC?
Oh, if when I make it to the Firecrester's house and I don't see that his body's there, I would ask an NPC.
You walk up to the kindest looking NPC you can find. They're busy like shucking onions. It's got that rough smell to it. Wakes you up a little bit. You walk up to like a smaller. They're not small like a kobold, but they're like 5 foot tall dragonborn. They're not very big. Red in color. Blazing orange eyes. You can see like the tear ducts starting to form a little bit from the onions. Hello, sir. What is it you need?
I'm looking for where they are preparing the pyre for tonight's sending off.
You talking about Casso?
Yes.
Oh, that's gonna be, and he points you down the furthest road there is. You can see that there is in the distance there's a rising ledge, and on top of it there's a gazebo, like a whitish gold gazebo shining. It's open space. It's over. You can see like the glacial waters that are coming down and cresting underneath sort of this rock ledge that overhangs. And it flows underneath it. There's a couple of like quartzite steps that you can see gleaming in the distance. but it's over in a particular section where you see a lot of other like a large lake and some farmland, and then just one house. And I think, give me a perception check.
16.
I think in the distance it's easy enough to pick out your big friend Zarsaros, much further down, basically approaching that smaller home with his mother.
Okay.
So he points you in that direction. It's over there on the hill, just past the Drahazar residence.
Thank you. Have a good night.
And I'm gonna start making my way towards that area, or towards where he pointed.
You need an onion?
No.
And I hold up like the 2/3 eaten fish already, and like the half bottle that I have.
Fair enough.
Yeah, of vertical water.
Enjoy your evening.
You too.
You start heading over towards Zarzros's home, or are you heading towards the gazebo?
I'm gonna head towards the gazebo, because that's where I think that they're at least preparing his body. I don't think they would have brought Bosco's body into his home without him there.
Yeah. Okay. You and Zarzros, actually, you would have picked out Cedric there as well, because he's following along.
I'm
You're
just
always
sneaking in the
looking.
back.
If I do pick out Cedric,
Uh-oh.
Guiding bolt.
no, never mind.
Hey, Dad, smite him.
Good one, son.
Yeah.
Wow.
You
Daddy
guys
have an ass.
are approaching Zarzros. You haven't been home in some time. I would like you to give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Good thing I have +8. Damn.
Ooh.
Oh no!
Can't save him. Can't save him.
Famous last words.
Natural one.
These wisdom saves kill you, bro.
You gotta get rid of those dice, brother.
Your
This
modifier
is
is
the new
worse
one.
than mine. Oof.
What
No,
famous
no,
last
better than
words?
mine.
Good
Sorry.
thing I have +8.
Zarzros.
Knock on some
That's
wood
rough.
next time.
Following your mother, you get to a small sign in the front that just says Drahazar Farm. And you say that, and you pause, and all the emotions hit you all at once. The last time you've been home was years ago, right before you went to go become a paladin of her mercy. In between that time, you've been doing all this other crazy stuff, following this egg around. And the one time you come back, you can't think of a reason or an event that you have not failed in. Another prior event happened with your father in this area as well, and it was your fault. And you've come back, and what have you come back for? You've come back for a ritual of sending off, the ritual of Kaso. Just another reminder of not being good enough. And as these feelings start to wash over you, you will have a dream, or more of a nightmare later, and because of the natural one, I'm gonna have you make it with disadvantage. As you pause there for a second, your mother turns around and she says, "Are you okay, dear?"
Seems seems every time that I come back here, it's for the ritual of Kaso. I'm sorry, Mother.
She embraces you 100%. Big hug. She says, you can't keep beating yourself up over this. I've moved on and you need to too.
I can only try. But I left you widowed. I'll never forgive myself for it.
She starts to sort of like rub your large gemmy back.
Jimmy.
She says, why don't you come in and we'll have some tea and talk about it.
Please.
And
Place hasn't changed much.
Nope, just the way you left it. And your room's still the same too. And so is his. As she starts to head in, she says, Cedric, would you like some tea?
I would be honored to have Lady Drahazar's tea.
Yeah, it tastes disgusting.
As I'm
Such
holding the
snob.
I'm holding the sushi still. Yeah.
I would be honored to have Lady Drahazar's tea.
Fantastic. I hope you like apples, because I got it from Juicy's Orchard.
Juicies.
Over in the...
I almost want to ask if Juicy is on the butt plate of this person's armor.
Juicy.
It's Juicy's Orchard over from New Barn. A little black pseudo dragon makes the best apples.
I'd love to try. It sounds fantastic.
All right, and it is fall. It's hookah, so I mean, what better than some apple cider tea
Yes.
and some honey?
Oh, you make it sound amazing.
I can't help but think that Cedric wishes your mom would adopt him because of the sushi and the tea. He's just like, wow.
Cedric feels
you
like
adopt
home.
me?
Cedric feels like home away from home, but he obviously just saw this super heartfelt moment, and he's not gonna. It's like,
But it's crossing your mind. You're like,
I should
man,
make
that's a nice
new
mom. That's a
library
nice
with
mom.
A new branch for my
does Zara want a brother?
As you guys are heading in the small trailed pathway, cobblestoned up, you can see a bunch of like fully sprouted small root plants. These are the mountain yams nearby, and then off in the distance behind kind of like the homestead, you see a just slowly moving stream of ice cap water that's just creating this freshwater lake, which you can see off in the distance a couple of like dragonborn kobold workers who are just like sort of like putting nets out and dragging in large amounts of basilisk trout.
Sick. That's awesome.
And as you enter into the home, you can see this home has multiple stories. It's not a pagoda, but it's similar to one. I mean, you guys know kind of like the traditional Japanese architecture type style. And Zarsos, as you enter the home, I'd like you to give us a brief description of what it may look like in your home.
inside the home.
What do we see? A living space, a
There's-
bedroom? What's in there?
As you walk in, it's probably open with. I imagine that there's just supporting posts in the middle, probably about 4 of them, just in like a square, one in the middle of the room, and then on one side is your living area, places to sit, the kitchen on the right side, lots of fishing tools, other like farming tools for the yams as well, but just homely and welcoming.
You can see a couple of straw mats that are just laid out in the front of the living room. You see a couple of small desks here and there with nice cushioned, like red velvety pillows inside, with little gold tassels that come off of each corner. You see, as you enter into this space, Zarzros, a lot of just familiar art and new art. There's been a lot of changes of personnel, things of that nature, who tend to live in this space and make it their home as well. You can see that the multiple stories above are usually their own living quarters as well too. You can see there's a central staircase that goes up the middle, leading to the other parts in the home. But striking most of all, not necessarily striking to you, but familiar, striking to you, there is a large portrait of a crystal dragonborn. This is Gulthan Drahazar, your father, when he was younger. And you can see this milky white gem protrusions. You see two large horns that sort of go up and out a little, almost like a deer's antlers. Full crystal protrusions from his head. Fierce yellow eyes, tucked, and you can see he's got on some like fishing gear, and he's got a fishing pole, and he's just smiling. As someone had painted that picture in like watercolors. And you see your mother says, I'll get the tea going. And she heads off into the other corner. What is it both of you would like to do or say?
If I see the big painting, I want to walk up to it and I'll ask Zar, and who's this established gentleman?
He was a good man in his time.
Yes.
A loving father.
Your father?
Yes.
He seems cheerful, almost less serious.
Well, someone had to bring it into the family.
Quiet.
Can't all be fun and games.
I assume you miss him?
Deeply. You see the scar? As he points to the scar that's been on his, like, snout cheek thing on one side.
Yes, I've noticed it, but I never thought to ask about it.
I got it on the day he died.
Do pray tell, if it's not too much, how did he die?
A beastie I don't like to talk about.
I'm sorry for your family's loss.
It wasn't just my family.
The town's lost her for sure as well. Looking back at the painting, it captures how great of a man he must have been.
It does.
Tea's all ready, darlings. Hands you yours.
I pull out a handkerchief and I make sure my hands are all as clean as they can be before I grab them.
Large tea glass about this big.
Like in a mason jar.
Oh yeah.
Fish eye, like going around.
Yep.
Cedric.
Intense smells of cinnamon and just apple cider that hits your noses.
So this is like a large portion for a human.
It's larger than what you're used to, but it's not like oversized like the burn bond was.
Okay.
Yeah.
McDonald's large. McDonald's
I
large.
see. Yeah.
McDonald's large.
Like it's manageable, but it's definitely noticeable.
Halfway through, you're like, damn, this is a lot.
Cedric would never say that about tea.
A leader.
He'll take the teacup from Lady Drahazar. He'll take a sip. Is it something he's ever had before? Something Cedric's ever tasted?
It's similar to apple cider, but it's a little different. It's more honeyed up.
Oh, just the way Cedric
It's
likes it.
it's much more sweet. Not to mention, it's made with Juicy's apples.
Then after taking that sip, he'll look at Lady Drahazar and go, Madam, I have had the pleasure of trying teas from faraway lands, imported from different continents, hand-picked by royalty, but I must say you rival them all. Cheers.
Stop. Where'd you find this one?
It's a good question.
He's a crazy man.
Crazy for your tea, perhaps.
Oh, but think about how you put that on. It's wanted on a boat.
Well, sit. Tell me about your travels. Obviously, we have just a bit of time before the ritual begins, but let's catch up. And she takes a seat over in one of those like grandma rocking chairs.
That's awesome.
And starts.
There's a cutout for the tail.
Yep. She doesn't pull out a knitting needle. She pulls out a large, almost like a large Bowie knife.
Oh, wow.
A stick that you guys can see she's been whittling at. It's not making anything, it's a nervous tick.
That's awesome. It's so cool.
And she says, so, where have you been?
Well, I've traveled to the Dale Lands and back.
The Dale Lands. What's that?
Across the sea.
The Sea of
Stars.
Stars. Where I call home. Or, I guess, called home.
Wow. Tell me more.
You broke him.
What? I don't know what we said.
He was quoting something.
I think we probably go on about our travels with her and talk about
bandages.
Port Cullen and
Actually, what I'd like to mention, I first met your son when he,
Oh, yeah.
oh no.
How did you
I am a
meet him?
traveling
I'm
cleric.
gonna mention the boo-boo.
I bandaged your son's busted up knee.
Busted, quote unquote, busted.
Busted knee. You never did tell me how you hurt your knee that day.
Oh.
It's been a
Oh.
evolving gag of ours.
My mother knows best that running is not my specialty.
Oh heavens.
That's true, he has never been quit on his feet.
Well, not a nimble one, are you? Well, you make up for it in power. No comment.
At this moment, Zozos is regretting bringing you up. Mom, look at my cool acquaintance.
It's not them in Argos. No. Okay.
I think at one point the conversation probably turns and Zarzaros probably says, I think my friend here is curious about my father. If you don't mind telling the tale. I just can't stomach it.
I hear he was a great man.
He was. Great husband, great father. It's a tough one to tell.
She like.
I'm always making everybody bring out the pain.
Bring out the
Yeah, they're like it's a tough story to tell, and he's just like,
Well, because it's like,
as you
because
cut,
the
the way Sister Manian cutting off scalps and toes, you're like, tell me how your daddy died.
I was
fair, I think he did that.
No, it's so much worse. I was smirking because when you were like, it's hard to tell the tale. The thought about like, you want me to cast calm emotions? And I'm like, I'm not doing that.
You can
Like,
get
oh,
through
it's
it.
difficult.
Tell me
So,
more.
yeah.
He says Xanax real quick. Yeah, tell me.
Basically.
Yeah.
You're like,
He's
no,
like,
I
I want
can't
to
do
know
that
all
shit.
the pain. You're becoming like Sister Manian.
I was gonna say what I'm loving is he's over here for like taking away people's pain and all that. Now he's over. Tell me the most painful memory that you have right now.
It's how you get through the pain. You have to work through it.
As he's sipping on tea.
Yes, exactly.
She gets up and she goes and quietly, kindly sits next to Zarzos. She puts her arm around him. knowing that this is a very sensitive subject, because she knows that he blames it on himself for causing it. And very rightly, I think, I mean, he did end up causing it, but you can't blame this kind of scenario on yourself, or it will just eat you up. And she puts her arm around him, and she says, well, 10 years ago, Zarzros he was younger, and he was messing with there was a giant crocodile that lurked nearby. Intelligent being, a beast. And Zarzros made the mistake of thinking it would be fun to... It was messing with our crops. It was messing with the fish, and so Zarzros thought it would be a good idea to kill its offspring. It retaliated, and when Galthan got on his case, they had an argument. Galthan left, tried to go and hunt the beast down, making sure it wouldn't return, and we didn't hear from him for a few days. And when we sent out a searching party to find him, we just didn't. Nothing but a couple of scraps of his clothing. Zarzros, he wanted to go back out after that beastie, and I didn't want him to. But he fucked me on it. And one day he just left. But he came back with the hide. And you see, she gets up, she walks into a corner of the room and starts to pull out this large hide of a giant crocodile.
Wow.
This being said, just because you make a mistake, Zarzros, doesn't mean you have to live with that mistake year after year after year. You can forgive yourself. And I think that's probably what led him to the Paladins.
I am truly sorry for your loss. Not only for your families, but your towns.
It happened 10 years ago. It's okay.
But your mother is right. You cannot blame yourself over it. As you know, wounds can heal. We do it quite often. But wounds of the soul can only heal with time. And you've given yourself plenty of it. Even if you need more, the wounds will close.
Tamara gives me all the mercy I need now.
Amen to that.
You were going to the ritual site, right?
Yes.
You head over to that and you see beautiful quartzite steps with dark navy blue flowers that have been potted and planted on the side of it that lead up this almost like curved 10-foot staircase. And up there you can see the large pyre that is being built from the dark brown Zarethian wood, couple of like smaller sticks that have been laid on top, but the actual pyre goes up about 7 feet. And you can see Vorin and Clary, they're sort of like tending to it, and you see Bosco is being prepared on the side. He's not actually up there yet, but they're like spreading like balms and things like that, and you see Clary take a small pouch out that Zarzros had and starts to like sprinkle it on top of the wood.
Could I do a nature check? Or, I don't know, but could I try and figure out what she's sprinkling on top?
Did you ever say?
You probably would have known that he was powdering silver over our journey to Riddescale.
Oh, that's right.
And so that you could probably make the connection that that's the powdered silver that he had asked Nixel to make from his shoulder pauldron.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Not immediately disturbing them, and kind of watching them from the entrance. I'm going to start druid crafting. When we were in Port Vischer, were there any, I guess, distinct flowers that were more predominant in Port Vischer than the places that we traveled? Either like a coastal flower or something that that would have been in Bosco's home that Darley liked, or something like that.
Darley is there.
No, I don't think I'd ask her.
Then give me either a nature or survival check.
Oh shit. 12.
A couple of coastal daylilies that are like a light yellow, sometimes white.
Remembering those flowers.
I think you remember quite a bit of that kind of color being on some of her paintings as well.
Remembering that flower, I'm going to start creating a bouquet of them, but supplementing different flowers from our journeys together. And after creating that, then I'll start walking over to them as they're still preparing the body. I know this might be interrupting, but I would like to do my own as well. And then I'm just gonna put the flowers in the middle of his chest.
This ritual is for you all, so if you're part of that party, then go right ahead.
Thank you. And then muttering in Druidic, I'm going to start going over, knowing that his soul isn't trying to pass on, and or knowing that his soul isn't trying to reincarnate. Instead, it's just going to be a blessing upon his newfound life in Torcolin.
Okay.
So just muttering that in Druidic. And then, as a personal note, Lizard Folk Brain, does he have all of his stuff on him?
They, so he has already been changed into
Perfect.
like his ceremonial stuff. You can see like they don't have shirts for halflings, so they kind of like tried to roughly cut up a shirt to put on him, almost like a white gown. It ends up being, but you can see all of his effects have been placed over on the side, and they will be basically given to you all to do whatever you would like with.
I mean, need not, waste not, right?
Don't need to grave rob him.
Yep. Well, I mean, that'd be tough, especially since we're cremating him.
True.
But, knowing that his stuff has been put off to the side, then I'm just going to continue with what I was doing. So they would see. I think I would probably make it quick and then just sit off to the side and wait and think about other things. But putting the flowers in the middle of his chest and then creating another flower in my hand, which you would craft a blood red peony, and then they would see me crush it into my hands until I made a paste, and then just drawing small symbols on his forehead in Druidic. That's just, again, kind of mimicking what I've been muttering, just a quick mantra of like, I bless you, my friend. I hope your next life is just as eventful as this one.
Okay.
I'm just going to go off to the side.
Cool. Ares, still in the tavern. It's been
Aren't we getting ready to head to this thing?
it's been an hour or two. It's starting to get quite dark outside. You would know that it's probably getting about the time that you would need to start heading over. Silverfang gets up, reaches out a hand. Shall we take a stroll?
As much as I've been drinking, sure. Not gonna be as sassy as not that I'm wasted going to Bosco's funeral.
When in
Pre-gaming a funeral!
when in Midiscale.
Oh!
Yeah. As we walk out the door, yeah, hand in hand, I'll be like, give a little whistle for Pascal to like get her along by our feet to come.
He skitters up.
Come say goodbye. Hatchet can stay, but Pascal can come say goodbye.
Hatchet stays. Pascal comes running up behind you. You can hear the little small patters on the dirt road behind you, and Silverfang's like, I have kept some of my formalness about me, or at least I try when I have the opportunity.
I thought I was going to say, not all of me has been changed.
Okay. She's not all here right now. I mean here, but I'm just focused on what's going on. This is kind of bad timing, bub.
Classic
Not on the
Silverfang.
same page ever.
Classic Silverfang, never
No,
on the
that's
same
not classic
page.
because
It is for
before the
Silverfang.
fight pit, I come in swaggering in on a horse before, but now we're all off. Game is off.
He's all off, of course.
That one.
A lot of shit has
My
happened.
persuasion's plus 10. Yours is.
A lot of shit has happened. He's confused. Yeah. So that's where we're at. You
We're
guys.
pre-gaming
Silverfang
and
rolled up
apparently
that
attempting to
one.
flirt before
What
the
he's
funeral.
actually doing is making sure you don't stumble over and bust your ass. You guys start heading over that way. You can see the small, like, torchlight in the distance of basically what you presume to be the ritual, because it just looks special. It looks out of place compared to the rest of the town and evening, and it's off in its own remote area. Nixel, you start to head that way as well. Aragar, when the time comes, it starts to get dark out, you stop with your meditations and you start to head out forward. And Cedric and Zarzros, you guys will be the last ones to leave because you are the closest. And Kavrina, some of the last things she'll say to you, Zarzros, is very quietly to you. She'll be like, I know you can't stay for long, but it was good to see you come home again.
It was good to see you again and be back for just a short time.
Yeah,
You're right.
Where do your travels take you next?
We're on the way to the Mecca. There's a lot happening in Agaros that I need not weight your own heart with. Just know that my friends and I are working diligently to protect our home.
I saw a shitload of melons on your wagon.
Wow.
Straight to it.
I love the
Wow.
bluntness that she has every now and then.
Good grief.
What of them?
Are you taking them to Zuma?
Zuma.
Yeah.
That's where the
It's
Asgore
the
idol is.
it's the artificer engineer that makes the slippers. We trade with him quite frequently recently.
We were on the way to give them for the slippers. I didn't know his name was Zuma, but now I do.
Yeah, he's a chameleon guy.
Good to know. You have an in with him? Can we get a
Yeah.
not a discount,
A
What is
fee? A kickback?
A bonus?
A kickback?
Yeah,
we're
bonus.
getting a bonus.
We're getting.
We'd
one
like a
on delivery.
rebate.
we are getting
Finder's
one on delivery,
fee,
though.
perhaps?
We already have that agreement.
I mean, we could tell him that Bosco died. Maybe he'll feel sad for us.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Hey,
Already swindling.
it's above table, okay?
Our friend died to get you these melons.
He's a
Hopefully we
very
forget that.
unique individual. The reason the slippers are so desired is that he has concocted this brew for many years, ever since he's been in the Mecca. And I would say, while I don't know him that well, I do know of him. Obviously, we trade and things like that, but I'm not quite sure I'm going to have any... he'll know my name, but other than that, I don't really have anything else for you on him, other than he's in a rough spot in the Mecca. Underground.
Underground.
Yep.
How do we find him?
You'll need to find a a subman, someone who will go under and ferry you underneath the waterways up there.
For living out in the boonies of the Mecca, you know quite a bit.
It's not really the boonies.
I know.
We're a suburb. We just do the farming.
We have a great spot, and I'll always love coming home.
Well, I think it's about that time that it's time for the Kaso. And as you guys depart again out, it is now nighttime. You can see the stars in the sky, the torchlight of the raised ledge going out. You can see the torchlight reflecting off of the glossy quartzite steps. It looks kind of like very polished granite. Beautiful navy blue potted flowers going up the staircase. And I think that's where we'll take break as we... And we're back from break. The party, you guys have... It is evening time now, dark outside. Everyone in the farming community is sort of like finished up their work for the day and gone inside to their own separate homes. You guys are on the outskirts of Riddescale. There's a ledge that goes up about, I think I said 10 feet, but I meant 50 feet. This quartzite staircase. And at the top you guys can see organized, laid out nicely, these large Zarethian logs going sideways, creating this like sort of rectangle that goes up about 7 feet high. You can see on the side there's a couple of like wooden ladders for the Firecresters to basically hoist Bosco up on top. And there's a couple of like green ferns that are littering the space, but it's just an absolutely beautiful view. You guys can see the entire town from here. You look out in the opposite direction. You're blocked by one side with the large Talon Mountains that are right there in your face, essentially. But when you're looking out across the other way, you're up high enough to be able to look over the treetops, and you can see further in the distance just the beauty of the Asgoran night. And as the torchlight is just making that ambient sound, you see Vorin and Clary. They see you guys all approach, and they say, "So, is this everyone?" Everyone is there, including Seraphina, Vathak, Darley is there, and Clary heads over to you, Zarzros, and she says, "We put that silver powder on the top. I hope that's okay."
That's totally fine. Tell me one thing about the ritual in Zerithian wood. Does it survive the pyre?
Zerithian wood may be fire resistant, but it is not fireproof. We have ways of creating a hot flame that will ignite it. And she mentions and looks, is that the question you're asking?
Basically, he's asking if the pyre will be gone by the end of it. Like, will the wood itself be ash?
Oh, it will disintegrate, yes, but not in its full entirety. There will still be some left over at the end. We'll douse it.
Okay. With that response, Zarzros is going to take his shield off. He's going to walk to the edge of the pyre and he's going to place it down.
Are you trying to put it up on the pyre?
No. Just at the edge.
Okay. I just saw the look on your face. I'm like, what is he trying to do right now?
Just at the edge, just as a symbol of,
A sandcastle of trust.
Yes.
You place your shield there, and she says, "Some of you, most of you, may not know what Kaso is. It is the cresting of old life to new life. And Zarzros has made a mention that this halfling man here by the name of Bosco should be honored in this way. After we set the fire, we will leave you all to your own devices, and we will return in an hour or two to douse the flames. His effects are," and they motion to his effects over in the corner. You can see the boots, the bow, the silver coin. What else has he got? The helmet.
I thought you were saying Doc was going to take the helmet.
Oh, that's true. You did say that.
Yeah, I thought
That was above table. We were talking afterwards.
But then later, Darley also was talking about the helmet.
Yeah.
So.
All of that is over there on like a small table. And
Is Vathak here?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I might have missed it. Sorry.
you see, they say, "If anyone would like to say any final words, now's the time before we hoist him up on top."
I was gonna say something, but I don't want.
He's gently laid on a cot over near where his effects are, and he is wearing kind of like a whitish. It looks like a gown on him because he's so small compared to like an actual dragonborn shirt is what it actually is. But yeah.
Cedric would walk over to Bosco. He would kind of look him up and down and just let out a sigh. And it would say, Bosco, we disagreed on much. We acted differently. But I've always admired your free spirit. I can't seem to let go, but it seems that you always lived life letting go of your troubles, your worries. You did not deserve this fate. Many of us have personal reasons. We have our each thing that drives us, but you were simply a man looking after his family. And for that I mourn a senseless loss. I will do what I can for your family, Bosco, in your absence. Those are shoes I can never fill. So I'll put a hand on his head, and I'll do like a little prayer. And walk away.
You can also see he's got a bouquet of daylilies, like yellowish and white, and a mark on his forehead that looks strange to you. But I think spending enough time with Gax, you would find it would be
It's
something that he does.
I do not disturb the ruin. I just when I put my hand on his head to do the prayer, but I don't disturb what Gax has done.
You smudge it a little bit.
No, God, no. I'm like, what's this smidge on your head?
As you say,
It's like, this is for Lemon's toe.
Cedric doesn't know that.
Yes, David didn't know that.
I know. Yeah.
Imagine.
Raphael told me what
It will
happened.
be a legendary item in a different campaign.
Honestly.
Oh, you have a smudge on you.
It's in a crystal ball in the bottom of like a dog's home.
True. Great. It's Vithox. I
If
didn't know.
I may, I do have a few words for Bosco.
Please.
And I'll kind of make my way over to Bosco and crouch down and place my hand on his shoulder. And as I do it, I think the silver begins to glow just faintly, just prepared for the ceremony itself. Bosco Barrel Bum.
This is big.
May his name live on forever.
Cedric will at the awkward silence, Cedric will
He's still
say,
chuckling over Barrel Bum.
at the awkward silence, Cedric would go, aye.
Thank
Barrel
you.
Bum.
Thank you.
Barrel bomb.
Slightly inebriated.
Barrel bomb. Back, leaning up against over bed.
You like pour a little bit out for you?
I got a little bit.
Oh, God.
Friends, in all seriousness, in the mountain of culling, we lost a wild card. A friend who cannot be replaced. Bosco was the first friendly face of Port Vischer, where we all came to be together. And his crazy ideas have led us to where we are now. I know I will never forget his face, nor the chaos he stood for. A man who will be missed in this world. My hope is that his journey to the next life is kinder than how his journey ended here. Bosco and I shared our hard times and disagreements, but above all of that, one thing remained. A sandcastle. A sandcastle of trust. Fragile though it was, I will never forget the bond it created, and the bonds it still ties together. To Bosco Barrelbone.
You see Darley walks over to you and she just... You're much taller than she is. And she reaches up as high as she can to sort of like rub you on the back and say,
Just rubbing his back of his thighs.
Aries is so lost over here.
No, she's not rubbing his thighs.
I say,
Damn,
butt? Is
right
his
after
butt?
Cedric
Is
just
it by his
promised
butt?
to take care of
I mean,
Bosco's
she can't reach
wife.
that high.
It's probably above his hip.
So it's right like a tramp stamp would be.
And she reaches up, rubs that spot, and she says,
Sorry. Sorry.
Keep it together, Aries.
"You were always so kind to him. He told me that of these sandcastles of trust when we were together for that month of time in Port Vischer before he left. And she looks to him, shakes her head, and leans down and just kisses him on the forehead, and walks back to the rest of the group.
I think Czar's words bring Cedric to tears. Cedric will pull out his handkerchief and wipe tears from his eyes. Like, actually, I'm not trying to be funny. Like, he's actually crying for us.
Cool.
For realsies.
For real, this.
Anyone else? As that happens, she says, well, and this is Clary, if no one else has anything else to say, then we're gonna put him up now. And they go over, they take it's very easy for them. They're used to hoisting dragons and dragonborn up here. A halfling
Hoisted
is...
a little too fast.
It's
His
like
body wobbles.
It's like the trampoline.
It flies up a little bit.
The trampoline in gym class.
Let's see if we can get it on top.
It's like a hacky sack for them.
But you see, they carefully take the thing. Honestly, I think they can probably use one hand, and they start to climb the ladder up together as they sort of lift it on top and sort of slide him kindly onto the top of the pyre. And as they hop back down, you can see them go over to a corner, and Clary, I believe, if I remember correctly, was a red dragonborn. You see her go and grab a mote of fire, and she just places it inside a small hole on the backside. As the entire thing starts to light up, this orange and red and yellow, as it starts to burn and crackle and get hotter and hotter. You guys eventually it gets so hot that you guys have to step back 10 to 15 feet, and this pyre...
Do I know?
Not you, technically, no.
You don't have to, but you see everyone do it, so you just instinctually follow.
Oh no, I don't.
I just instinctually stay.
As the pyre rises, I mean, this thing goes up 150 feet. And from within it, you see the sparkles of the silver that was laid on top start to shine as it creates this great pagoda. And on the corners, you see the face of a dragon with the two horns. And as you guys are admiring this space, thinking about the things that Bosco had done and said, in the back of your heads, I think one of you maybe hears, "I'm gonna be the Rock King!" And as you feel these memories start to take over and you guys sort of tuck in closer to one another a little bit in the night, you just witness the beauty of this pyre for such a... It's hard to find the words for Bosco. He's an enigma. He did a lot of crazy shit, said a lot of crazy things, but deep down, he always had a heart of gold. There are many ways of cheating death in D&D. But what is about to happen is not one of them. You see, coming from the pagoda, a visage that starts to form, starts to swirl. It moves around in circles back and forth. And you can see Darley watching it. And she still has the necklace on with the 2 wedding rings. And you see, starting to form out of this silver dust, a visage of Bosco. And you can see the feet, you can see the legs, this ethereal, almost like a starry landscape that Gax creates. And you can see this star-like mist that starts to form his being. And as it lands in front of Darley, he reaches out his hands, and you can see he goes for the wedding ring necklace, pulls it off. And he says, "Allow me to fix one thing." And he gets down on his knees. He slides the wedding rings off the loop. And he looks to his friends and he says, "Y'all better fuck that guy up. And come visit me sometime in Torcullen." And he slides the wedding rings off. And he looks to Darla and he says, "Will you marry me?" And Darley doesn't really know how to respond other than she looks starry-eyed. You can see the reflections of the beautiful Bosco that is before her. She says, "Well, yes, of course." And he puts the ring on her. She puts the ring on him. And as that happens, you see he walks. "You guys go get him." And he starts to vanish up into the sky, and as the dust kind of falls down on top of you guys, all of you will be granted inspiration, and they will now be called Boscos. As you guys feel the joy that is not a funeral, but a wedding. And as this comes to a finish, you guys have a moment to yourselves in front of this now still burning pyre. The magic has funneled its way out.
I think in this moment, I make my way over to Darley, and I just kind of explain kind of what Bosco meant by that, if she's confused about it.
She sees the wedding ring on her finger. The other wedding ring is gone. It disappeared with the astral form. And she says to you, Gax, she says, you know, this place is... Bosco always wanted to travel. But when I got pregnant, we decided to stay put in Port Vischer. But since I'm leaving there, I'm looking for a new home. And you can see she quietly gazes out into the town. I think this place looks nice. It feels at home to me.
How was it once a month you were able to enter Torkolan?
It's technically on like the moon phase.
Oh yeah, whenever it's a full moon.
Yeah.
Half
Right.
moon, yeah.
Half moon.
Only every 5 weeks or so.
Yeah.
You can still see him from time to time.
I plan to. I just... It'll take me some time to want to go back there, obviously, but... I know that he'll be waiting, it seems.
Maybe bring some of your paintings with you to brighten up the city a little bit.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. There's so much new scenery out here that I can create as well, too.
In times of struggle, it's always good to change perspectives in places.
You see, she reaches down into a pocket and she pulls out a small picture about that big. And on it you can see Bosco's face with just his classic smirk. And she hands it to you.
Are you sure?
Was a little twinkle in her eye.
Having this exchange, I'll pull out my own book, and at the very front page, not as good as Darley's, but there is a fairly crude sketch of my own family, and I'll rip that page out of the book and I'll hand it to her.
Are these yours?
They are.
They're beautiful.
Thank you. I miss them. I miss them a lot.
I'm sorry. I get it. As the evening ebbs and flows, eventually you see the pyre start to dim. And I think you guys start to head out, and you guys see coming towards you are the Firecresters. And they give a polite nod, not trying to be intrusive. I will ask, what do you guys want to do with the effects?
Do you have a list of what he had?
Helmet, coin, bow, boots. The rest is not necessary, really.
Nixel would suggest that we leave them for his son or daughter.
We can always just give it back later.
Someone should take the boots.
And I believe Ares should take the bow.
I thought we talked about this. I thought I couldn't. Like, isn't it like heavy?
I don't think she's proficient.
It's a long.
Oh, Oh yeah, that's right. I'm switching to a short bow.
Longbow,
Right,
so
we
you
talked about that.
I'm technically proficient in the longbow. I don't want it.
I wish, but no.
You don't want it?
The longbow?
Maybe you would hit.
Yeah, but we would have to do some extensive training. You don't even know what you're doing. You're
Cedric's
just
been
like,
crying at this. He hears it.
You might as well use the belt of fire on him, you bird.
The other option
No.
is for me to turn it into a rifle,
The other-
and that's not.
I know
gonna
that
happen.
means
We should join
Zar's
Bosco because
is
you've been boom
perfect
roasted.
burn to him.
I know
I
that-
just hand you the bow and I'll pat you on the back and walk away.
I know
No,
that
I actually don't want the
I know that
bow.
Cedric
I
and
would like
we
the
were certain who wants the boots, but
I would like the boots, but I'm not gonna fight anyone for it.
I think perhaps our healer, who has struggled many times to get around the battlefield, should have the boots. But make up your minds as you will.
You all
I move
spread
over
out
to
so
grab the
thinly.
boots. And just when you think I'm about to walk by you, I stop. You need to get around the fight.
I would say I have big shoes to fill, but
"Ah."
they're halfling size, right?
The minute they enter your hand, they form to your size foot.
Time to see how much of a tactician you can become.
Heal our asses.
To honor Bosco's memory, I can no longer be a coward. And I'll put the boots on.
Gonna do a lap. Like Bosco.
No,
Like Bosco.
Actually, fantastic idea. I love that. Yes, after he puts him on, he does his best little like heel click impression, and he'll try to dash. What was it, 150 feet? He can do
It
that.
doubles his move speed,
So
and
I
you
can
can do it as a bonus action.
So I dashed like 60 feet and back. So not his 150
Trips and just eat shit.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and take the coin. I'm gonna look at the hat briefly and go, I can't fill that hat.
So the hat is being left,
Unless someone wants to take it so far.
unless you want to give it to Darley.
The bow, we saw me giving the bow.
I don't.
The bow we gave to you, but you.
I'm not gonna use it.
Yeah.
If nobody's taking the bow, nobody's taking the helmet. I walk over to both and I'll pick both of them up.
Take it.
And I'll throw the helmet to Vathok.
You throw the helmet to the top,
Yeah.
grabs it in his teeth, drops it on the ground, and you can see he stares at it longer than what you would think anyone should stare at it. He's pondering something.
And as he's pondering that, I'll turn to Darley and I'll hand Darley the bow.
For the little one, when they get older.
His name's Rocky.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Rocky barrel bone. Almost Rocky Balboa, but not quite.
I hope they grow up as whimsical as Bosco, but as smart as you.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah.
She takes it almost like crying, laughing, and takes the bow, and you guys start.
I think I would pull Clary aside.
Sure.
Can I get you an elbow?
No. I was doing. He's like, hey. Let me slide in real quick. Throw my head out.
What you doing later tonight, girl?
Clary! I'm literally still drinking in the back.
Writes on a piece of paper, you up.
Yeah.
I've been told by my DM I'm getting a nightmare later. Cuddle buddies, please.
Is there like a lover's
embers embrace something? Is that am I imagining that? Wasn't there something like that, or is it just with the marriage? I don't remember. I thought there was something.
Bro, you just learned how to give a hug, so you don't know another
Great point. I see. Aries like hug.
And I go, I'm like,
Clary approaches you.
Cedric walks over and he's like,
Just that.
Not an us hug.
First of all, I greatly appreciate you taking on this ceremony for me and my friends. Secondly, whatever you can from the embers, whatever is left of my shield, just drop it by my house later, if you would.
Drop it by
Preferably before you go to bed.
I literally am behind Czar looking at Clary with my drink. I'm like,
We can certainly do that for you.
Thank you again.
Oh yeah.
We'll be by in about an hour.
Will.
Oh my.
Literally diversion mode. What's the other one? I'm gonna find the other. Be like,
What?
hey, bud, come over
The
here.
immortal?
No, the other one,
No.
Clary and
Vorin.
what's his name?
Vorin.
Yeah,
Yo,
Vorin.
Vorin.
I'd be like, nah, Vorin, come have a drink.
Let's go get lit.
Stay away from Clary.
As you guys move by, Vathak is still there staring at it, and as he's pondering, you see he's almost muttering under his breath, farewell, friend. You have taught me much. And he takes his claws, grabs the helmet, and as he puts it onto his head, you can see it morphs into this. It fits his head perfectly where the kettle helm sort of splits at the snout, goes and tightly runs across the back of his head to part of his spine, and you can see in Bosco fashion, the kettle helm goes too far and covers part of his eyes.
Awesome.
As now there is a helmeted Vathak
He's now
coming
got
up
a curse
from the
item put
caboose.
on
Cursive binding.
Yeah.
It fits you well.
Disadvantage on perception checks forever.
I know.
It's gonna take some time getting used to, but
Yeah, it's like blinders. You'll be all right.
yeah, I don't know how he ever fucking saw this thing.
I love
He had
it.
he had an insane shot, dead eye, and
Until we headbutted that monster.
that is true. Yeah, I can feel the dent there still. What do you say we head back to your place
That's
before we head out for the next morning to the Mecca, right?
to the great old Mecca.
As you guys head down the barely lit, dim light path, you guys see a couple of those, a new creature, kind of like fireflies, as they sort of like fly around. And as you guys make your way back to the home, you guys see Zarsros's home for the first time, the way he had described. You could see Kavrina sort of in her nightgown, essentially, as she is preparing for bed herself. She says to you, Zarsos, how'd it go?
It was beautiful. I'm very honored that my people showed so much respect and willingness to let a good friend of ours be crested from his old life into the new.
I saw it. It was quite a sight. Anyways, I've laid beds for your friends if they want it. And obviously your room is available to you, as always. But I'm gonna turn in for the night. I'll see you in the morning.
See you. We probably will be heading out early.
You know me. I'm an early bird. She starts to head up to her room.
Is there a D&D equivalent to a fridge?
An ice box?
Yeah, kind of like an ice box, yeah.
I'm putting the sushi leftovers in there. I'm not letting them spoil.
You put the sushi leftovers in the ice box, get in your little jammies.
Oh yeah.
You got your
Centric
night cap
jammies.
on.
No.
I'm assuming maybe that's like
Well,
one of the first times I see it's
okay.
like,
What are you wearing?
Oh, like my pajamas?
Your jammies.
My
You're
jammies?
what now?
They're literally like, you know, oh, fuck, what's his name? Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yes.
Yes, they're like that with like the
Yes.
big cap with the long like the ball
That
at
is
the end
so
of it.
centric.
What? I sleep in these. They're my drawers.
You sleep in clothes?
Do you not?
Usually, the clothes we wear, if we sleep in them, they don't change.
Yeah.
I don't want that image, thank you.
Pop lifestyle, the rich and famous.
Yeah, we just gotta look at you like, what?
Why waste good thread on whatever?
It's comfortable. Look, like show you like the silk pajamas.
As I touch your silk pajamas, my claws actually like cut right through.
Whoops.
You opened up that one.
It's quite all right.
Don't you have a spell?
Mending.
You're right. That's such a centric thing to do is fucking forget. Casts mending on it, kind of hoping it works. Oh, either way, it would have been quite all right. I know you didn't mean it.
Speaking of spells, are you still able to cast that one that lets you talk to people?
Well, yes, I can cast it right now if you'd like. Who would you like to talk to?
I believe you said it was the tongue spell or something like that.
Oh, I thought you meant sending to vast
That
distances.
one. That one.
Yes.
Is Darlie still with us?
Darlie's around, yeah, but she's started to get ready for bed.
I can do it 2 more times before rest.
I would just like it once.
Okay.
Walking over to Darlie.
I know I gave you that picture, but do you mind if I borrow it real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Taking my family photo, I'll run over to you. We'll walk.
Would you be able to send a message to this one?
And I am pointing to. Hold for remembering wife's name. Thris.
Wives.
Yeah, wives. Sorry, wives.
I like look down at the photo and I
She's
move
the
a little
warrior.
pom-pom
Yeah,
out of
she
my
is.
face.
Oh, pom pom.
The pom-pom at the end of the hat.
You
of
toss
is
toss.
Ira
You
last
picked up
time,
toss
so I
toss
have
from
to
me.
talk to-
You're like,
Wife number 2 this time.
Unless they
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Jealous
cast sending
too,
if I
so
have a
I'm
description of the person. The photo is enough of a description.
Yeah.
What would you like to say? There's a magical little quill and paper just pop out of nowhere.
so extra.
And you know what? Just and a little slit glasses too. Just
Hanging off your nose.
magically. Exactly. Just what would you like to say?
so extra.
Is it 25? Okay.
25 words
Counting
or
on my
less.
hands.
Hey, it's Gax. How are you?
Are you up?
How many times can you send this message?
I can send it twice.
Oh, so.
They can respond.
You
each time,
gotta
so
get it in 51.
Hey, 50 words. I gotta spit some bars.
You up? Send Cloaca.
Yeah.
Wait, do reptiles have that? The birds.
That's birds.
Oh,
That's
damn it.
birds.
Oh my gosh.
Damn it.
Reptiles got gizzards.
True.
No.
This went too far.
I hope all is well at home. We will be going to the Mecca
no, that's 16.
That's 60 so far.
Yeah.
The world is getting crazier. Be careful.
I think that's 28.
Love.
No, that's 23.
Oh,
Love you.
Love you would be exactly 25.
Oh, do it, Gax. We're all
it's not.
listening.
It's not a love you from Gax.
Love
it's
y'all.
It's love all.
Love all.
Love all.
Love all.
He writes that message. Very. What's the word I'm looking for here? Very well put, Gax. He folds a little airplane.
Eloquent.
Eloquent.
Can they respond?
Yes.
He looks over at Aragar.
What?
Yes, that was the word I was looking for, Aragar. Thank you. Of all people. Yes, eloquent. Very eloquently put, Gax. They'll send the message. And then
upon receiving your message, a creature
they
can
can
block your
respond.
ability to reach it again with the spell for 8 hours. If you send, they can respond.
they can respond.
Yes, they can
And then I can
respond.
send it again if we'd like,
Yeah.
because I have one more use of it. Does she respond?
A moment later, you get a response from her saying, love you
Paper
too.
airplane comes by, I pick it out of the air.
She says, love you too. We are safe for now. Armies are marching into the Veshlands as we speak.
Is this troublesome? Should we tell them to flee? Flee and leave. Should we tell them to flee?
No, they'll be safer in the Veshlands.
Are you quite sure of that? I would hate for you to regret this decision in the future.
The Veshlands can't take care of themselves,
The swamp will protect the people.
and the people are survivors.
I trust your judgment. I hope you are right in this.
Actually,
Quill.
send it to a different person.
Oh.
The other wife.
The other
wife. Yeah.
His less
Yeah.
favorite wife.
Love y'all. So the first one, like, good night.
It's still better than if you had to send it to Silas for
Oh
some
my
reason.
guy.
No. This time, you actually see me go.
Should we do Foxfire?
No, you see me walk over to my bag and in a different compartment that seems hidden away. I pull out almost like a tarot card.
Oh.
Yeah. I turn it around and I show you, and it says the Fool, Master Bubby on top, and it's this massive old turtle laid back, huge pipe in his mouth, wearing a thong.
I see the picture and I'm
Yeah.
like Jax, is this fan art of yours? I don't know if I need to see this.
No.
I don't know if this is the time.
Oh gosh.
I just wanted to share this with you.
Yes.
Have a good night.
No.
You can take it to bed with you. I do it all night.
God, oh my god. Oh my god.
No,
This helps me fall asleep.
Jeez.
Helps me relax.
yeah.
I want
Do you know how you had your do you know how you had your toe? This is mine.
That's canon, you said it.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's not.
It's coming out. Master Bubby in a black dog.
Yeah.
There's a sticker just like this.
No, it's not black either. It's neon yellow.
Oh.
Let's just get that right.
It's full on
Yeah.
snow.
Like a
Oh
sumo.
no.
Is he just a green turtle?
Yeah. Yeah. Like just a massive sea turtle.
He's a sea turtle?
Yeah.
Does he have digits or flippers?
Yeah, he's got
Flippers.
He's a turtle.
But like he does have digits, but like they're
They're
see.
webbed
I see.
digits.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're webbed digits.
Sea turtle.
I know it's tasteful.
You could say that.
Yeah, you see on his face, It's just awkward.
Not a taste I've acquired
Like,
for
just
sure, but
awkward.
He
Sure about that.
gave it to me in case I needed to reach him.
And why do you need to reach this person now?
Because he is the one that taught me what I know. Well,
Oh.
after my father passed, he picked up from there.
At that, Cedric gets serious. He thought this was a joke until now. Oh, okay.
He's
This is your mentor?
yeah, he's roughly 69 years old.
My word, he must be experienced.
No.
You see when you say like he must be experienced. You see just like I go a little. I'm
Yeah, like
green.
flashbacks.
No, I'm green. I go a little like pale.
He doesn't get out much. Ever. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just
What would you like me to send to this turtle? What is his name?
Master Bubby.
Bobby.
Okay. Quill shows up.
Get off your ass and do something for once. My people are in trouble. I will bring back more drugs if you help.
23 words again. Love you?
No. It's not love you. It's
Fuck you.
He like gets to the end. You say fuck you. He goes. He writes fuck you, and then he crosses off the fuck you. He's like, no, I'm not sending that.
Um,
And then
throw the paper airplane. A couple moments later, you get a puff of smoke that costs maybe 5 words length.
as I open the paper and the smoke hits me.
You get high, like,
You just get hit by like you don't even
Contact
know.
high.
Why do I have to roll
Yeah.
con save for this?
No,
The spice.
no. But
you think it's spice.
This was your mentor, you say.
Yes.
it says, holy shit, it's been a long time since I've heard from you guys. Oh shit, how long are these messages?
I knew it. I knew it.
You get another sending spell directly from him.
Oh shit! You do that.
You see a floating, like, astral turtle go.
Am I supposed to grab that?
Sleight of hand?
Oh,
Of course you.
is Gax helping me?
Yeah.
No. I'm gonna see if it's meant for you or for me.
Oh. Ooh, not great. Sleight of hand, I got a 12.
I got a 20.
You snatch it out of the
Snatch it.
air before he does. And he says, oh, sorry about that.
Even
These
before I
messages are-
open it, I'm like waving.
Preemptively.
Oh yeah.
These messages,
Into my face.
these messages are so short. I have contacted your family. And they're heading this way.
Okay.
Fucking lazy fuck. God damn it.
He's a turtle.
Yeah, I know.
Excuse me. Another one.
I thought that was.
I've
the
seen
bubble
this
talking.
before. It's a pretty
It always
common
happens.
exchange.
Another one comes flying in. You grab that one again. A continued message. And he says,
I don't grab it. I'm still like furious at this, so it just like slaps me in the face.
slaps you in the face, smoke all over your face.
Oh.
And this one says, I have told the peace druids to escort your family to the swamp. The turtles here, we will defend the best we can. Blood scales are on their way.
Responding to that, you.
You definitely have 2 responses because you can respond to the first one and the second.
I'm only gonna respond to the second one. You see Gax pull out of his jacket pocket a nice metal case. There's an insignia engraved on it of a turtle on one side, and on the back side there's an insignia of constellations and a lizard folk kind of staring up at the stars.
Sick.
I open it up. I pull out something that kind of looks like this, but it's not a pen. It seems rolled. I stick it in my mouth and I light it at the end.
Have you lost your mind?
I just snap my finger and I light it, and as I'm smoking it, I don't respond.
Shh. Quiet. This is important, I think.
Thank you. Send me another message when they land in the Veshlins. I'll see if Silas can provide more help later.
I take a massive drag for the last 4, and I will blow it back into the turtle. Send it on its way.
Another turtle shows up. Flying turtle.
This guy.
Oh my god.
Smacks you in the face.
Yep.
Says, "Keep it lit, my boy."
Bug out.
Yeah, I'd say for a joint anyways, I probably smoked like that much. In response to that, you witness Gax for the first time probably ever you witness him actually, like, I ripped the entire thing down to the hills.
I don't stop you, but I am actively trying to push you to do it outside.
I don't.
I'm just like,
Yeah, looking at the turtle. Yeah, looking at the turtle.
Hell yeah.
I then proceed to go outside to flick it out, and if there's a lake behind her house, correct? Or a
when you
pond?
get outside,
Yeah.
I'm not pushing you, but I'm trying to push you. When you get outside, I'm like, and I get back as if I pushed you the entire way.
Centric.
Yeah.
It's a lake, I think.
Yeah. Then I'm just gonna pick a tree outside, stare at the stars, and just fall asleep there.
Okay.
It seems you become the man of missives as of late.
Missives?
Yes. Messages?
Over my head.
How do you not know? Never mind.
This is a rafting. I don't get it.
A missive. It's like a notice, a message.
English is my second language. I never heard that word in my life.
Well, now you know it.
Missive.
I'm with you. But English is my first language, so it's a lot sadder.
Right.
Then
My point being, it seems like the last time you wrote a letter physically, it got you in. Well, it brought us to Torcullen.
don't even remind me.
Next time you need a letter scribed, ask me. I have a pen that can mask the true text on a piece of parchment.
That is good to know.
I pull out the emerald pen.
I bought this in Port Fisher.
That's right. Wasn't that it? What was the name of that shop?
The Hollow Hex.
Wasn't that from the Hollow Hex?
Yes, I figured we might need it since we were undercover. But it never came up. I'm reminding you now.
Cedric had flashbacks to Torcullen and how all this happened because the fucking letter got caught by Mania halfway through. And he goes, I don't know if I'll be sending any physical letters anytime soon, but I appreciate the gesture.
I'm
will
mainly
definitely
bringing
come
it
to
to your
mind.
attention so that if other people ask for a sending or some other message, we have this to take advantage of.
I put it away.
Communication is important.
Have I ever seen his handwriting?
Argar.
Have I
Yeah,
ever seen it?
Yeah, he wrote it in the
It's
book.
good. No, it's
I thought
but
you-
I wasn't there for that.
It was
I thought
surprisingly.
you were-
It was surprisingly ornate for someone that you're like. For someone that seems like he'd be writing in chicken scratch.
That and saying eloquent when Cedric lost a word in his mind. I trust your penmanship. I do think that perhaps we should reach out to Foxfire. I don't know why we hadn't thought of doing that earlier.
Because he's a dick.
Quite.
You're outside.
Oh yeah, you're right.
No, from outside he says it.
Because he's a dick. I mean, we haven't exactly had a stable relation with him.
Yes, but if we're going to see him, perhaps we should know where to look.
Well, this pen is for situations like this where we need to be on. We need to be discreet.
But is a physical letter our fastest way to reach him? We are headed there tomorrow.
I could sending as soon as we wake up.
It might be the best option.
We also need to keep it in mind. We'll be assuming this immortal is able to set up what she claims. We'll be speaking to much bigger players soon.
As long as she's on the right side of it, she'll get it done.
I purposefully withheld the guise of Julius from her. It could be useful for us if he continues to use it.
It's also why I didn't mention the book. We know people are looking for it.
Yes.
Whatever happens, if today's events showed us anything, it's that Ryoko's in danger.
Agreed.
And we need to get to Foxfire as fast as we can.
I will reach out in the morning to let him know we're both on our way and to ask where to meet him.
Wouldn't Silverfang know where he's supposed to be?
Does he? He was in the Mecca, but doesn't know exactly where he's at.
He was heading
It was his
towards
little
the archives.
The archivists in Mecca. We need to head there anyways. They could have information regarding the primordial dragons.
Still would be good to have him know we're coming. He thinks that we assume he's dead.
We should probably pretend that he is.
Well, to the people we know, but we should tell him that we know.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not.
You're not asleep. You're just outside. The house isn't so massive that you can't hear us. You can yell from across the hobby mats.
No. I think Gax is just downing
Snoring.
alcohol at this point. Getting a little cross.
And if we ever run into our friends again, the ones who attacked you, Czar, I've had a spell I've been wanting to try. You can feign your death. Maybe put them off your trail for a while.
Let them bring me in.
That's not what I had in mind, no. Mostly just
That's what they wanted.
they want information. Or your death. Let's give them your death.
Your
Death
voice.
being how would they prove it, other than bringing my body?
Or cutting off his head.
I said drunkenly outside.
We don't cut their heads off first.
Lead them into a trap.
Either way, I don't think they're gonna get that chance again, right?
I sure as hell hope not.
No, they will not.
Nixel and Ares, anything that you guys want to do before y'all head to bed?
Not before we head to bed. However, I would be. Nixel's mind is still racing, and he wants to go check on his message that he left and see if it's still there. So he's going to likely wait until everyone's asleep and then try to sneak out.
Give me a stealth check.
Yes.
Sneaky fairy.
Every time I think of like sleeping, I think of like the BG3 animation of like elves when they like just sleep like this. I just see Ares in the corner just just floating.
Cedric will notice you, Gax will notice you, Ares will notice you.
Is that our
Wait,
Passive.
Passive perceptions.
what was the
Passive.
roll?
14.
14.
I have a passive perception of 17.
I need to I need to
Are you sure
update
about
that.
that?
You
then.
sure about that?
I think it's probably from my shield actually, maybe.
Mm.
It might be an addition from
Oh
my
yeah,
shield.
that might be right. Because it adds 5.
So wait, who all notices?
Me.
So
Us-
yeah, you
us
won't be
three?
basically you won't be able to
Yes.
go without others noticing.
Yes, poke up.
We all do anything?
I
But
mean,
you're
if I
leaving the
know, I'm
space.
not gonna be like, I'm gonna wait and then I'll go see what's going on.
As you
You can
Trail,
still do it. That's
I might,
fine.
like,
You'll have,
sneakily
you'll,
sneak
you'll
up.
have to explain yours.
as
doing
you
it.
It's been a while since we got up to some
if you look
roguish
back at
ish.
the lake and as you fly out of that house, I only have shorts on as I'm proceeding to like walk into their lake.
taking a little dip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dipperoo.
Careful of the trout.
Oh, shit, you're right.
You're gonna come back, or it's gonna be the next one, and then like all the work's gonna be done. No.
Got piles of fish
Um,
already.
Yeah.
Roll
Just
me
bones.
a percentage. You need to beat a 20%.
Were you doing anything?
Oof.
I'll follow
I
you.
do that?
If
I
you
No.
don't
If I
roll
see you
this.
getting up and I know you're
D10,
not
yeah,
stealthy, I would
D10.
literally be like,
The
message
D10
me.
is the
I
first
message
number.
would be like, literally.
So if you need a
say,
1 or
I'll
a
let
2.
you know the drama.
I wasn't gonna follow it, but it wasn't just look.
Yeah.
I'll fill you in.
No, I thought the percentile was the first one because that gives them like the
Don't ruin my
10%
stuff.
to 20. Never mind, you're probably right.
That puts the second half on it.
Oh.
Oh no, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Roll the percentage one first.
3, 0. And then
You got a
looks like
38.
a 38.
A 38%. So yeah, you head over. You fly over to that space. The message is still there.
In that case, I take out the V pin and the laver sight, and I want to meditate on them, and I'm actively trying to converse with the people in the V pin. In this case, my parents. I'm actively trying to make a connection to whatever they're being held in so that I can have a conversation with them.
Do you know it's your parents or you think it's your parents?
I know it's my parents.
Above table? Did you tell us that you knew or you thought? I can't remember.
No, I've told you.
Okay,
that
I know
know
you
it's
were
my
like, I
parents.
think it might be my parents. Okay.
Yeah, when I heard Silverfang was looking for 2
Oh, yeah.
sorcerer fairies, I put it together after I investigated it the first time, and I heard my parents' voices, and then them being missing just made more sense. So I was like, these are my parents.
Wait, are you actually like actively talking to him as like?
No. I think I would have laid back behind just to see what he was doing, but I'm not gonna be up in his business. Like, what you doing? Like, telling him. I'm just like watching.
If he's gone for a few minutes, after a few minutes, Cedric would go check to see if everything's okay.
And I told you that I messaged you and I said,
As
stay
soon
put.
as I got
said,
up-
stay put.
As soon as I got up, you said that. After it's been a few minutes, I'm like, yeah, I gotta go check if he's okay. I'm not gonna try to pry.
You literally step on a branch and blow my cover.
I'm not trying to be stealthy at all. I'm not trying to be stealthy at all. I'm literally just like sleep, like opening the door.
The real question is, would you go further than a few paces from
No.
the house?
No.
Then you're not
So
gonna
he's
see
not, but I'm.
us.
Oh, you're.
I'm
wait,
lurking.
oh,
I'm
you
way
followed?
far away.
Yeah,
I'm
he went
lurking.
back
Not-
like into
yeah.
the
I
town.
went,
Oh,
I went
yeah, no.
back
I'm like
through-
stopping at the porch, like.
Yeah, I went
guys,
back through.
Do I
the
see you in the
town
water?
and
Yeah, I'm in the
over-
backstroke.
Then I'm like, guys, are
Yes.
you all right?
I do not respond.
You see Gax's
Um,
tramp stamp.
Nixel.
Yeah, I'm going back inside.
To communicate with the beings within this B-pin device, I need you to give me a DC 25. Either Arcana. No, definitely Arcana. Do you have any more Flash of Genius?
Something can go to
I
different
don't
planes.
How
of
many a day,
existence.
right? Something a day.
Dex just told me.
I'm fresh out of Flash of Genius, so I'm gonna spend that inspiration.
And what's your modifier?
+8.
So you need, what is that? A 17 if you don't roll inspiration.
Ooh.
That's a
30.
dirty 20 plus.
It's 30.
Yeah, 30.
A 30?
Yeah, 30.
Hell yeah.
Nixel, the inventive genius from the Fey Dark, flies out in the middle of the night, and you watch this happen as you are sort of looming nearby behind a tree.
Mushroom.
I'm in the tree.
You're in the mushroom. You are the tree.
I'm in the tree.
You pull these two things out, and you place them on a small workshop bench that you have, like a foldable workshop bench that you create, and you put it there. Take a seat. As you put it out, you take those blueprints and you start reorganizing how they work. You know how it was kind of like a cipher almost, this arcane cipher that just sort of like emanated in front of you in your own eyes. No one else sees this, just you. And as you start to play with the cipher and move it around, you start to feel into the Lavrasite, its genetic code, and you start to tell it to sort of alter it to the genetic code of your parents. Things, remembering things, memories, painful memories, they hurt, but they work as you start to think of these things that were told to you. And as your ingenuity takes place, you see the crystal, the Lavrasite crystal, glow. And as it starts to glow, you see this. You hold it close to the bee pin. The bee pin starts to flutter its wings. The closer you get to it, the faster they go. And from the deepest parts, it's almost as if they're in another realm of existence. Like if you were to put your head down a massive well and someone was trying to yell at you from the bottom. That's what you hear in response of two voices, one your mother and one your father. Nixel! Nixel!
I'm here.
Can you hear us?
Yes. Am I speaking audibly?
Yes.
Okay.
We're trapped in here.
I'm aware.
Can you get us out?
Of course I can.
What's your cost?
You help me extract the lifeblood from this piece here that's allowing me to discuss with you. You do that, I'll not only get you out, I'll sweeten the deal. Don't go back to the Feydark, to the Whisperwing, and you won't become victims of a war that will be waged on the Whisperwing in time.
Give me a persuasion check. And I'd say you can do so with advantage.
That is a 16.
You hear in response back to that offer, they say, that you can hear muttering. What's your passive? 10. You can hear muttering, like they're discussing amongst themselves. They're taking a second. And they say, fair enough deal. To get us out, you'll need a very powerful necromancer. One that delights in the phases of the moon.
I have to go for that booty. Aries won't like that.
And as the magic is draining on you, even in this small stone, interacting with the spell that is on this B-pin, it's wasting at your resources. You feel sick and tired doing this. And as the magic starts to cut out,
Where can I find them?
find the necromancer. He goes by one name, and one name alone. Eladir Filmoon.
I can't hear the responses, but I'm hear everything he said. Oh my god.
It's all connected. It's all connected. Oh,
You'll be free soon.
whoops.
Magic cuts out.
After that, immediately as it stops, Nixel just starts not dry, like I think he ukes.
Wretched.
He retches as he starts breathing heavy because he hasn't spoken to his parents in so long. That took a lot of self-control for him to even coherently get the sentences out instead of just going on and on and on about how they treated him. He had a very tough time getting through his thoughts. But he's gonna pack up his things and stand up. And at this point, he's gonna look back at the masks. And since they're not gone, He's gonna grab them, take the gear, he'll turn off the message on it, and he'll save it for another time until he finds a portal to send it through.
Okay. Do you make yourself known, or just quietly listening?
I think as he walks back, once I know that he's done and he's packed up, I am in a branch in a tree and I just plop right down next to him as he walks by.
Definitely surprises you, because with your passive, you wouldn't.
He's just wretched. Like, I'm like, what was all that about, Nixel? Because I can only hear what he said, and I heard some juicy tidbits from him, but not the other.
I didn't know you were following me.
That's the point, yes.
I just had a conversation that was long overdue.
With your bee pen?
With the beings inside it, yes.
Have you figured out how to communicate with them?
It seems I've learned how to isolate genetic codes with lavrosite.
Nerd alert. I'm like, oh,
Rather-
okay, yeah.
It's a rather exciting discovery for me.
Well, what happened? It seems to be quite eventful as you blew chunks over here.
Gross.
Please, I understand. I haven't spoken to my parents in a long time. That took a lot out of me.
I can see. My question still stands. I'm sorry, bud, but
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
what did I even say? Or what was it about? Or something eventful? I don't even know. What happened? What did they say?
Well, I struck a deal with them. I'll get them out. They won't return to the Whisper Wing, so that they'll be safe at least from the war I'll one day wage against the Whisper Wing to take them down. Or maybe it's already waging itself. I don't know.
So you're going to help them escape?
In exchange, yes.
In exchange for...
When Vithok saw me take the labrosite in Torcullen, he told me that it was his lifeblood and that I needed to figure out how to get it out. And the last thing he said was, we can use it to find them all. I don't know what all of that means. It's rather cryptic. But when I saw that immortal, I think I put it together a little bit. The immortals have a lavrosite stone in their chest, their armor, and each one is genetically coded to them. Julius, or Kronzatek, has the same thing. I'm assuming that's what Vethok meant by we'll be able to find them all, being immortals who have been corrupted, I suppose. But I'm not sure where that corruption might end. It could be, if I know anything about gang operations, it could be systemic at this point. I'm not entirely sure that Asgarath and a conversation with him is a good idea. We have precious little to go off of.
And you're okay with letting them go after all this? After you get what you need? Clearly understanding your dark ways and need for revenge. And double tapping.
My parents wronged me my entire life, but there's one person in this party who's made it clear that revenge isn't always the best option.
Did we ever say, I can't remember if you said, don't we need them to help Silverfang? Or was that, I can't remember what we said. If you had thought that you could, or if we had said something about your parents, if we could get them.
We had said Silverfang thinks he needs to find them and the artificer that did it, but I'm an artificer,
Okay, I should probably.
and I'm the son of I'm the student and the son of the people who did that to him. So I think we agreed that none of them were needed, because me and Gax could figure it out on our own.
I don't know what we had.
So in that regard, if you would ask about that, I'd say my parents haven't lived the most pure lives, but neither have I. And I'm just trying to show them the same mercy that you and Zarzaros and all the rest of you showed me.
So how are you gonna get them out?
They said I need a necromancer.
Where are we gonna find one of those?
I'm sure we'll find one in the Mecca somewhere.
Secrets, little fairy, as Argar said in the past. Above table, not my character.
It's true.
Do you know any necromancers?
I don't think I know that about him, right? Or that I know all this stuff, but I don't.
He's elvish. He's
But I don't-
magically inclined.
Right,
But
Magically inclined.
But
he always tended to be very, like you, roguelike magic. It wasn't like some lich or undead.
yeah, so I
dude.
don't know that about him, so I wouldn't have anything to say about that. Beats me. I'm sure we'll find somebody in the Mecca.
If it's as much as the, what is it, boiling, what is it, the pot, melting pot. If it's as much as a melting pot as people say, then I don't think we'll have an issue finding a necromancer.
It's more like a fondue.
This one has to this one has to delight in the phases of the moon, I'm told. That's who I'm looking for.
Sorry. Don't know anything. I'm just calling. I don't know anything about that except for the moon stuff with Silver Moon, so. I mean, Silver Moon. Silver Moon.
Silver Moon.
New NPC.
Yes.
Brother.
Silver Moon.
And I think at that
Paladin
point,
right there.
I'm
Silver's not working.
emphasizing the word moon.
I mean, that's cute. You're the one keeping secrets above table, but I'm trying to keep this
And
real
I think
character.
and I think Nixel's trying to hope that she'll catch on.
I don't think she's getting it.
No,
Yeah,
I didn't.
so you can
You said
hope.
moon. I'm thinking about all those tattoos on Silverfang's back.
Oh yeah.
I'm not thinking about my daddy issues. I'm thinking about my last name.
Think about
Especially when you said when they delight themselves in the moon.
Ooh, the phases of the moon. I'm like, oh yeah. I'm looking up at the sky to think what phase of the moon is it right now.
What is it?
Just because we know that it's probably changes
It's
during different
waning, so it's more
times. Oh yeah,
like
when was
a
it bad for him?
Full moon?
new moon.
New moon.
Could be.
So yeah, it'll be new moon couple weeks.
Was it 3 days ago? It was half. So
That's all. That's what she's thinking.
Okay.
She's not catching up.
As Nixel figures out that she's not quite getting it, it's going.
Let's head back.
He's gonna, as they start walking back, he's thinking about it. He's like, man, I really want to see her face when I say her dad's name. And so he's just like, all right, fine. The necromancer I'm looking for is Eladir Felmoon.
Literally stop in tracks and be like, what the hell did you just say? What did you just say to me? Are you playing a trick?
No.
Well,
They
shit.
said he goes by one name. And then they said Eladir Felmoon.
I think I'm just like color drains a little bit, but also just like frustration. Like, of course it comes back to him. It always comes back to him and his freaking secrets. Like, well, great. We're long overdue for a conversation anyway, so let's find this fricker. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. I'm not gonna call him. I'm gonna
That's it. And then I would
keep the profanity a little bit
I
lower.
would fly back. I'm assuming we'd arrive together, and then I'd go to bed.
I'm not swimming this time.
Put on my
Out of the water.
I'm out of the water.
At this
pass
point,
out.
like, if
Put
I
on
had a
my little
blanket at some
nightcap.
point, at this point, I've moved around so much that the blanket's like kind of moved elsewhere and bunched up. And now I'm just curled up again.
As you
Arms
guys,
Pascal is curled up on that blanket next to you without you knowing.
I mean, I'm asleep, so I'm like,
as you guys head off to bed, the night takes you, and Zarzos, give me that wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
oh yeah.
Looking for nightmare.
Let's see.
Okay, alright. That's a good start.
Very
Not
nice.
bad. Alright.
It's very good for disadvantage.
That's a 25.
Whoa! With disadvantage?
He
Wow,
rolled a
nice.
17 on his lowest.
Cool.
Wow.
Guess what? Nothing happens tonight.
So the nightmare will still take place. It's just some elements change.
Yeah.
So as you are laying in bed, you start to toss and turn. You can feel your skin kind of like getting clammy. Because Dragonborn don't necessarily sweat, but you guys can get a little like lizardy, cold and lizardy.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's like instead of it being clamminess, it's like condensation.
A little bit
Um,
dank.
But you start getting these fits
No,
in
that's
your
me.
sleep where you see your father dying over and over and over again, and then it stops and you calm down, and then you start having fits again, and you see Bosco dying over and over and over again. And on that 25, I think you spring out of bed and you look out the window, catch your breath. And on that 25, I think you hear on the wind as you look towards you looking out of the window, and you look towards the spot where that monstrous Torcullen is. And you hear on the wind, "I got you, buddy." And as you're doing that, you spot on a 25 someone else who couldn't sleep that night, Darlie. And she's over sitting in a spot, a bed of flowers that is just around, and she's just gazing off into the distance. Would you like to go speak to her or no?
Yeah, I'd probably go down and look up in the sky too and see if Vethok is flying about or just.
Vithok, you pass him on the way by. He's snoozing at the door.
Snoozing as well.
And you head up. She hears the shuffling of you approaching, and she turns to you and she says, "You couldn't sleep either?"
I had horrible dreams. Hopefully, yours were not as gruesome as mine.
seems that he's still looking out for us.
From an old life into the new. That's what cresting is all about.
I love this place. I might try and make it my home if that's okay.
Sounds like a wonderful idea. I think Bosco would have loved it here.
Well, on that note, I think it's best we take a big breath and we head inside and get some rest.
If you need anything, my mother is very accommodating, and I'm sure we could find you a place
She's a wonderful lady.
to call your own here in Rittascale. For you and your child, and whatever you need, I'd be more than willing to have my family, myself, provide anything.
You have been so kind to us, sorcerers. There's nothing more you need do. We'll be fine. And with that, she hops up on her 2 feet and starts shuffling her way in.
I think I would probably stop where Vethak is. Just talk to him for a moment if he's willing. I don't want to disturb him.
What's up, Czar?
What's next for you?
Figured I'd come along. I can be your eyes in the sky with my wings.
Watch from afar.
The way I used to.
Just be careful. Wherever you go.
It's been a hell of a journey. I hope you guys find what you need to in Mecca.
I'm sure you're a large piece of this, so I don't expect we'll get off easy.
If you ever need me, you can always reach out to Tamara. She knows where to find me. And as you head off to your bed, you guys awaken to a lovely morning in the strong and beautiful Rittascale. And you guys are packed up, ready to go. You see Hatchet has been tied up near the back, ready to send you off on the trail that goes through the woods a couple of miles towards the Mecca. And you see out there is Kavrina, ready and waiting. And she says to you, Czar, as you guys are packing up, getting ready for your journey towards the Mecca, just to you, she pulls you aside while the others are busy getting their belongings together, and some people probably sitting on top of the cart. She grabs your wrist and she says, I hate that you have to leave again, but I understand. Remember one thing, Czar. These people that you're with, I don't know the one you lost. You don't have to do things on your own. I love you very deeply. You know that. You be careful.
I will be careful.
And you see her start to shed a tear. She says, "You should probably get going."
I hate having to leave again. But keep up the good work. The people look to the stopper for a little bit of fun.
Perhaps we'll see each other at the Asgore Night.
Would be a fun time. We'll see where this journey takes us in the Mecca.
Alright. And she leans over and gives you one of those mom kisses on the cheek.
I love you very much, Mother.
And as you start to turn and stride away, and you look back at your hometown once again, leaving, you just feel that warmth as behind, from this view, you can see Torcullen hovering just above, looking over Ridderscale. As you guys make your journey further through the woods, you see multiple people on the paths. Obviously, you're getting closer to the Mecca. People out here foraging and collecting things and trading. You see a couple of kids run by. You see a group of kobolds that are just like, yeah. And as you guys are going by with all of your melons, you eventually come up to it reaches out into an opening where you guys are hit with that heavy mist and fog from the crashing waterfalls that are coming down. You can see around the edge where like these waterfalls stop. They have a ledge, and then there's a couple more falling down on both sides. And at the base you can see a couple of men and women who are just there to basically pull like massive cranks, and you can see a large kind of like wooden elevators or pulley system, these giant brass chain links that go up a couple thousand feet up to the top of this ledge. They're sitting kind of like next to the waterfall, so it's crashing next to it, hence why it's made out of brass, so it's not like corroding constantly. But as you approach, you see one of the workers there. It's just like, you've got a bunch of melons. You going up to the Mecca?
Yes, we are.
Alright. And you see he takes Hatchet and sort of leads him over, straps a giant like chain and rope around him so that he can't move. They brace the wagon, and then they say to each one of you, like, steady feet, don't move, you'll be just fine. It's a pulley system, they'll pull you right up, and you'll be up there in a matter of minutes.
Before heading up, is there any interesting plants?
There would have been
I don't know,
tons.
like,
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
that's appropriate.
Give me a nature check.
He's a nature boy. Just gotta know.
Damn. 30. Right, 18 plus 17 plus 3, yeah, 30.
In this opening, it's quite easy to pick out these kind of reddish flowery plants that look similar to a peony, but you know you could probably make something out of this. And actually, so when it says wild shape, it means does that mean your starry form?
Yes.
Then yeah.
Starry form is just like a sub version of wild
Yeah.
shape.
So I think that would increase your starry form for an hour.
Oh.
Sick.
And you can take 7 of those. As you collect those, you guys head onto the massive platform that is there. A couple of other people join you guys. They sort of do that elevator thing where they scooch into like the different corners. People you don't know.
Any one of these people that stick out, or they all seem
No,
pretty
they all just seem
pedestrian?
like pedestrians, yeah.
Stick out.
Civilians.
I'm
You-
sure I
you
stick
guys
out.
stick
I know
out.
I stick out like a sore thumb. Fucking
whole group
hat,
sticks
like,
out.
bandages.
But Christamellos are not necessarily like they're noticeable, but they've seen them before. It's nothing like they haven't seen before.
They've
that,
probably
like,
seen other.
what is that? Like,
Yeah,
that's
other
not the
loads.
vibe you're getting from these people.
Mm.
And as you hear the cranking begin, you guys all sort of in the back, and as the crank starts to go up, the rushing waterfalls cascading down, getting kind of you get a little bit wet on your clothes and face because of just the mist and the wind that just carries it around this place. You guys start your ascent. Obnoxious loud sound, but it's getting the job done. As you look up, you can see giant pulley system that is pulling you up, and turning around to view the outside. 500 feet, 1,000 feet, 1,500 feet. You going up, up, up. You can see why this city is just so grand. Why Asgarath is known as the one who can see everything. It is so high, you can see all the way to Vesh. And you guys see armies, just the looming invasion out there. But you also see where you've come from. Port Fisher, the Melonglade, Torcullen, Riddiskade. All of these things have brought you 6 together. You've arrived to meet the Great Mullah, locate Foxfire, Avanya and Ryoko, a meeting with Silas Devani and an elf. You're here to deliver the Christamellos to Zuma, all while this invasion encroaches in on the horizon. You guys are a group of individuals built on small sand castles of trust, now cemented on the reflection of a short friend with the heart of a dragon. And as you start to make your way to the top and crest over it, you leave this view and you turn around, and at the top you can see the Mecca in all its grand glory. Crystal clear cold water from ice caps. Beautiful towering buildings placed on rock islands that the water kind of just flows around. Beautiful carved stone bridges that connect these islands together. Small rowboats carrying goods and ferrying people throughout. Great pagodas that are 6-7 stories high. and smaller ones nearby with lush flowery gardens. You guys have made it to the Mecca. Finally. After a long journey. What lays ahead you may not know. But you all know that you can do it together. And that's all for this episode of Wicked Initiative. Stay tuned for part 3, when we return from our little one-shot escapades. Thanks for watching. See you later.
Stay
Don't go anywhere. Got more
Bye-bye.
episodes.